Board Member Zapp? Yes. Dr. Escoitia?
No.
Vice President Batelli?
Yes.
We have 4 ayes, 2 nays. This action is adopted. The next item, Mr. President, is for a separate roll call vote, EX78. This is for the reconstitute Clara Barton Elementary School. And Mr. President, this item does require a vote.
Motion, please.
Second. I will proceed with a roll call on the reconstitute of Clara Barton. Dr. Beaman?
No.
Dr. Hines?
No.
Vice President Reese?
No.
Board Member Zapp? No. Dr. Escoitia?
No.
President Batelli?
No.
We have 6 nays. This action failed adoption. I would also like to note with EX78 failing adoption, it necessitates the withdrawal of EX84, so EX84 has been withdrawn from the agenda. The next item for separate roll call vote, Mr. President, is EX107. This is to approve the relocation of Common Corporate Community Elementary School. And Mr. President, this item does require a vote.
Motion, please. So moved.
Second. I will proceed with a roll call on approve the relocation of Common Corporation, and that Dr. Beaman?
Yes.
Dr. Hines?
Yes.
Vice President Reese?
Yes.
Board Member Zapp? Yes. Dr. Escoitia?
Yes.
And President Batelli?
Yes.
We have 6 ayes. This action is adopted.
Save our school!
Now, Mr. President, we will continue with the additional school action board reports. I will only read the board report number, and I'll begin with the closures. And these items do require a vote, and they are EX6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, EX12, 13, EX15, 16.
Screensaver. Buffer. Don't believe the hype.
Don't believe the hype. Wait, don't believe it.
17, 8, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. EX 50, 51, 52, 54, 55, 56, 57, and 58. Mr. President, these items do require a vote.
Madam Secretary, if there are no objections from my fellow board members, please apply the last favorable roll call vote.
Thank you, Mr. President. I will continue with the school action board reports for the program reports, and these items do require a vote, and they are EX 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 74, 75, 76, 77. Mr. President, these items do require a vote.
Madam Secretary, if there are no objections from my fellow board members, please apply the last favorable roll call vote.
Thank you, Mr. President. I will continue with the school action board reports for the reconstitution items, and they do require a vote, and they are EX 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 85, 86, 87, 88, and EX 89. And Mr. President, these items do require a vote.
Madam Secretary, if there are no objections from my fellow board members, please apply the last favorable roll call vote.
Thank you, Mr. Mr. President, and now I will continue with the school election board reports for the co-locations and the two other school action reports on the agenda for the attendance boundaries for Thurgood Marshall, and then rescind the approval to discontinue the expansion of the Mason School. Those board reports are EX90, EX91, 92, 93, 94, EX95. For the record, Mr. President, I would like to note an abstention for Dr. Hines on EX95. Moving on to EX96, for the record, I would also like to note, Mr. President, an abstention for Vice President Reese on EX96. The next item is EX97, 98, 99, 100, EX101. Moving on to EX102, Mr. President, I would like to note an abstention for Vice President Reese on EX102. The next item is EX103, and on EX104, Mr. President, I would like to note for the record an abstention for Dr. Hines on EX104. The next item is EX105, and then we have EX106. And Mr. President, these items do require a vote.
If there are no objections from my fellow board members, please apply the last favorable roll call vote with the noted abstentions.
Thank you, Mr. President. I will now continue with the other board reports on the public agenda, and these items do require a vote, and that would be AR1. And for the record, Mr. President, I would like to note an abstention for Vice President Reese on AR1. Moving on to the next items, PR1. For the record, Mr. President, I would like to note an abstention for you, President Vitale, as well as Vice President Reese on PR1. Moving on to PR2, 3, and PR4, Mr. President, I would like to note an abstention for Vice President Reese. On PR5, I would also like to note for the record, Mr. President, an abstention for Vice President Reese on PR5. The next item is PR6. On PR7, Mr. President, I would like to note an abstention for Vice President Reese on PR7. Next item would be PR8. On PR9, I would like to note an abstention for Vice President Reese on PR9. And Mr. President, these items do require a vote.
Madam Secretary, if there are no objections from my fellow board members, please apply the last favorable roll call vote. Noted abstentions.
Thank you, Mr. President. And now I will continue with a separate roll call vote for PR10. This is the...
Save our schools. Don't believe the CPS and their lies. We can't afford to not educate the kids in Chicago. Don't believe the mayor. We'd rather open hotels and stadiums than keep our schools open.
On this matter for PR10, Dr. Beenan.
Yes.
Dr. Hines.
Yes.
Noting the abstention for Vice President Reese, we'll move on to Board Member Zopp. Yes. Dr. Escalante.
Yes.
President Vitale.
Yes.
We have 5 ayes with 1 abstention. This action has been adopted. And now, Mr. President, I will proceed with the additional items on the public agenda that do not require a vote, and they are EX108, EX109, and AR2. And Mr. President, these items just need to be accepted by the board.
Please accept and file. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. And Mr. President, there are no further items on the public agenda. We will now proceed with the closed session motion from Dr. Hines, please.
I move for the passage of motion number 13-0522-M01 and the commencement of a closed session to consider the subject specified in the motion.
Second.
Thank you. Dr. Beenan?
Aye.
Dr. Hines?
Yes.
Vice President Reese?
Yes.
Board Member Zopp? Yes. Dr. Escoitia?
Yes.
President Vitale?
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays. Motion adopted.
We will now proceed into closed session.
Shut up with this bullshit.
Don't believe the hype. Save our schools. Save our schools. Need more schools, less children. Need education. Save our community. Don't believe the CPS.
Something here. As we all know, CPS doesn't look at us as people. They look at us as money signs. As I was hearing that the list of school closings and everything, I didn't hear no names. I just heard they did a total of 49 schools. That's not enough for me. I started in this fight last year when the teachers went on strike. And I said to myself, if something was ever to happen to the children of Chicago, then I will be out there. And I'm out here with the children. But when I see that the board doesn't care about the children, that they say that it's for their best, but in reality, it's for the best for their pockets, I am pretty upset. And I get pretty emotional when I hear that the schools that these children should be going to are not going to be open. That these children are going to be going to gangland territories, risking to be shot. Last week, we did an action on Cottage Road to show the gangland territories between one gangland to another. We did a die-in on 61st Cottage Road. It didn't take much for the police to show up and arrest me and four other people that did the die-in. And I will continue as much as I have to do whatever it takes for these people to open up their minds, because our fight is not over. Our fight begins now.
Wait a minute.
Education is a right. That is why we have to fight, okay?